Hey everyone, just felt like I'd do a live for the hell of it. There ain't nothing better to do. Seems like YouTube's dead out there, so I figured I'd do a live panel. See all comes in. You join, you don't, you don't. Hey Jen, hey Tony from Tennessee. This Joe, HPR News. There's an invite if you guys want to come up on panel. Yeah, I've been seeing I have a couple non Odins out there, or sock accounts that ain't even me. Yeah. You can come on up, Jen. HPR. So I figured I'd change my icon so everybody can see it's not the real me. The real me has a moving icon, or a GIF as an icon. Yeah, I went back and looked at GoldenEye's stream last night, and I seen the fake Odin was in there doing his BS. Yeah, it's his freedom of speech to be a clown, so what the hell? Hey Jen, is it cold down your way with the rain? Hey Jen.
Hey, what's up?
Not much. So how you doing, Jen?
I'm doing.
Yeah, your ex-roommate. Oh, that clown.
Just been staying out of the heat. It's too freaking hot.
Want some rain? Hey, McDiver's here.
You getting rain up your way?
Yeah, but we're close. I'm like right on Lake Erie, so we'll get that all damn time it seems. The rain. Hey, Diver,
Shit.
you there?
Yeah, I'm here. It's a whole 97 degrees of it.
Want some
Hey,
rain?
diaper hugs.
Good afternoon. Well, no upgrade for my laptop.
Damn.
Where'd you max it out?
No, I took it in with the chipset that they sold me, both chipsets, and the Geek Squad tech says it can't be done because the chipsets are soldered in on this laptop. They're not banked in, as it were. And so it turns out that the store salespeople and two other Geek Squad people were lying to me.
Now, come on, they wouldn't do that to you, Diver.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you this much. I don't give two hoots for the new generations that are coming out of high school right now. The young man who tried to refund me had all kinds of trouble doing it and didn't give me the proper receipt when he was done. And in the midst of it, I was a bit irate, I will admit. But then he says, "Well, you really don't have to talk to me in that tone of voice, sir." I was about to jump into him, but I wanted to make sure I got my money back first.
There's a saying for you, Diver. Can't fix
Never
it.
go to the Geek Squad.
Well, like I said, there's two that I will never talk to again. One in Pennsylvania and one here. They both lied to me and said yes, it can be done in that laptop. And that was, of course, before I had the laptop in my hand. And I will say this for the young gentleman that I had the appointment with. He chased after the tech that would do it to make sure that I didn't just leave it behind and have to come back. And he says, "I'm sorry, sir, we can't do it. The chips are soldered in rather than in a jack, as it were."
Clipped in, yeah.
It's just the time wasted and the lies that I received that have me rather angry, if you will.
How come you don't have a desktop, Diver?
I've burned out two, and the third one, it's not really operating properly. It was on XP, now it won't turn on. I haven't tried the Windows 7 disk that I have, but one of these days I'll get around to it.
Because desktop you should be able to add and take
Oh,
memory away.
absolutely. Yeah. It's just that even the desktop I have right now has got to be, 8 years old.
Oh, that's a dinosaur.
Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
I'm just gonna say that's dinosaur.
It still has a, what did you call them? The smaller little discs that we used to use.
Floppies.
Not the floppy, the other kind.
Oh, the one that was encased in plastic and you slide in. Yeah, it is a pretty old computer.
I mean, it's got a DVD burner and all, so that's no big deal. But it's inoperative at the moment. But I've got the older laptop set up on that desk, so my wife has something she can use, and
Hey, Tony.
it's not touchscreen anymore. That's all.
Hugs Sony, hugs PD.
Dr. PD in the house.
Yeah, I gotta yank out the YouTube chat.
Disk drive. Hey, HPR is smarter than what he looks. Just kidding. Tony, you can come on up. HPR, can you come up? Only have six though. I'm a cheap ass.
Yeah,
HBR
well,
says he's grocery shopping and his headset is charging.
yeah. To answer Patriot Defense, I bought the laptop based on the main board, motherboard chip, and the fact that I wanted it touchscreen, and also a few other little features.
Sorry about that, Joe. I hit the back button on the mouse and it
I
kicked
don't
me
think
out.
this phone works for StreamYards, guys.
I can
Can y'all
see
hear me?
you.
You're working. You're fine.
Hugs Show, you're working. I
You're
can see
low
you.
as fuck. Is he low to y'all?
Your volume's not up, but that's adjustable.
It's up. My volume's high.
Yeah, I can hear you fine. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Odin was a bit low. This shit never works, Joe.
Uh,
It probably won't hold either, man. I'm going to where the fuck am I going? Oh, I shouldn't even tell you. You go trip out. Yes, yeah, I shouldn't even tell you, cats. Yeah, right now I'm finna go hook up with Chuck Bronson. Then we going to do some more shit.
uh,
So we on
yeah,
the way.
that code of conduct that they were trying to force out or put out. I agree with some of the stuff, but I don't see any of the auditors, cop watchers, activists adhering to it.
I'd
I
agree.
say that.
I'd agree. I thought the best thing out of it was just people trying to come together with a thing. It seems impossible as fuck to me as well, but I'm down. I think it's great to get our minds working there because at some point we got to come together on something or this doesn't work.
Yeah,
I didn't expect us to find it in the first fucking night.
yeah.
We
Oh,
we did the same thing. It was either on Speakeasy or your first server, Odin. We did the same thing on Discord, and we never really printed it.
yeah, yeah. Oh, and my first Discord got taken down from some assholes.
Did
Everybody got along. There was there cat fights and bickering back and forth. Yes, yeah. You could all, if you didn't want to sit there and hear it, you just move to a different room, and guys are up there
change the
fighting like
channel?
kids. You
You
just
say y'all
move.
tried to come together. Did y'all come to any conclusions?
We got along pretty damn good, I thought.
No, I'm not talking about where you got along. I mean, when you put your minds together, did you come with solutions? Did you come with any? I don't know. I be always trying to solve problems, man. I'm trying to get motherfuckers together and change the system. That's my whole goal behind this shit. That's the reason I wake up in the morning. I'm guessing, maybe you guys was just on some friendship shit, hanging out.
Oh, I think we changed a lot of good stuff. We came
Very
together.
good.
We had our little bitch fight. Excuse my language.
Right.
But we got together. We put our heads together, and we
You would
got
have
along to a
to.
point.
Y'all would have to. Y'all the gross talent group of fucks in the world. If y'all try to accomplish something, you catch what? It's logical.
Yeah. Do we troll each other? Oh, hell yeah. But it's part of just getting along. You know.
I agree. And then you be friends the next day. That's how it should be.
If
I
folks
cannot
gather and
believe
have,
this phone is hanging out. I cannot believe this. I'm scared to
yeah,
move. Normally I had to turn it, but now I'm scared to even turn the phone.
yeah, you got a lot of gray hair. You need to get some just for men.
It is what it is. I need a cut. That's for damn sure. But I like the gray. I ain't gonna lie to you. I want them cats that want the gray streak early. Let your gray hair be your crown of wisdom. Shit. I'm good with it. I do think I need a cut. I didn't come with a no shit.
Yeah. Um, One good thing that came out of all this situation with AFA is Carolina's smiling down. It seems.
Is what Carolina did. What? Yeah, I'm gonna put my icon on. So y'all ain't gotta be looking at my fucking hair.
Yeah. Well, Carolina seems like she's calming down. She's actually seeing both sides of the field
I
now
would
instead of just the
disagree. I
one.
just got about 6 hate mail to Max text messages from her. I would disagree. She's angry with me. I think she's angry at the world. Well, if she don't go live today, I'd be shocked. She, so she had called me and told me that these guys are trying to dox her, and they agreed to take the video down. They changed their mind. I was like, okay, I'll call New England. He didn't answer the phone, and then when I go on there, I see him on panel. I think that's how it happened. I see him on panel, and it turns out that it was about a domestic thing, and that's why she wanted to take him down. Then she hops on the panel, and I was like, "Yeah, you misled me. You told me, docs. You sent me off this morning. You tried to use me as a weapon. And no, it was about this, the abuse. I was just talking about something else. You mentioned nothing. I think you misled me on purpose. And so I guess she rewatched the video, and so she's mad at me for bringing it up in front of motherfuckers like that.
Yeah.
Uh,
Ha- has she has she been doxxed already? Fuck yes.
yeah,
It's
she
her.
doxed the damn self.
Yep. The personal thing between her and her husband, no, and that shouldn't be put out. That's private.
Agree. Agree, right? Use your discretion with that shit. Everybody ain't
Yeah.
me, but
Now, for I'm going to use you for example, Joe. It's
yeah.
say if you hold off and co-cock Liberty Bridge, and it was caught on camera, and you're both auditing. Well, that's part of the community. You,
I think it is. It sucks, but I think it is. In fact, Odin, hold your thought. We had the same. My man, just I'm with No Manesio too. Oh, shit, you go, Odin. I done lost my thought. This nigga come in with
yeah.
a big slice of pizza and made me lose my fucking thought. Go ahead, lose my train of thought. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, in that situation, it's totally different because you're both auditors or whatever you want to call yourselves.
Oh yes, please, please. Me and Chuck had a real serious argument in the car. Liberty taped it all, and he was like, "Yeah, I know all that shit's on tape. I'm gonna put it up." Me and Chuck was like, "Nigga, can I can step out here? Everybody know we argued like wife and husband, cats and dog."
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like, "I was joking. I would never put that up."
Yeah.
We all heard about CCW, right?
Oh, and furry stalker potato.
I guess it's a California thing to want to ruin someone's life like that, getting them fired,
Woo!
making them lose their home.
Ooh, that was dope. Who said that? I wasn't looking at Jay. That was dope.
You shouldn't get people fired from their job.
No,
You have a
I
that's off
think
limits
jobs
for
should be off
everybody. You
limit.
assume?
Definitely jobs and stuff should be off limits. Jobs, kids, and you
and
know,
tro- and
married life or whatever.
To
job.
look at the You have to look at the morals that you're dealing with. Complete absence of them.
Yeah.
Right, absence of them. I hate to be the cat judging motherfuckers and all of that shit, but that's certainly something I think that everybody would be like, that's out of bounds. We should have put that on there. You know, it's one of the rules. It's that obvious, but apparently not. Because I could think of motherfuckers that they get angry. That's the first shit out their bag.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oops, sorry, Joe.
hey, hold on, guys, hold on.
But I will say this: the person that talked to Junkyard News, he did have a different boat captain. The boat captain canceled, and he didn't know anything about the situation with Furry and CCW and them. And CCW wasn't, he wouldn't even put his crap aside, the personal shit aside, and he was being unprofessional.
Uh, I'm sorry. As soon as Junkyard seen it was CCW, he should have left Furry there by himself and said, "Fuck it, this is your drama, this is your bullshit. I ain't dealing with it. I'm out." Took took his car and left. Furry should have done the same. Oh shit, it's CCW. I'm leaving. I ain't dealing with this drama. This isn't good for. This isn't making me look good. I'll go to the office to get my money back and explain to them, hey, we have a pass that isn't so good. I believe if we go out there, some shady shit can happen. We'll reschedule. But they didn't. Cooler heads can prevail at times.
There are no such thing as cooler heads when you're dealing with that group.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the major things I tried to put into that session the other night about a code of ethics was self-control. If you don't have self-control, you really don't belong out there doing this,
Yeah.
because the idea that you can't control your emotions and you can't control your reactions to what's going on around you, and you just do it by emotion, you just do it by knee jerk reaction, you're going to get yourself into situations that people that can't control themselves get themselves in. You
Hey,
get
Sasquatch.
you get yourself a multi-page rap sheet. You get yourself in debt for fines and court costs, and you get yourself incarcerated.
Hey, Sasquatch.
Well,
Sasquatch.
Hey, Squash.
they set out to harass that man. They stopped by next to his house with F off. I mean, all of them. They all did it just to drive that man nuts. And they did it
I'll
on
be
purpose.
back, bro.
It wasn't by accident that they stopped by. They did it on purpose. They chartered the boat on purpose. They're all fucking low life pieces of shit as far as I'm concerned. I mean, CCW, yeah, he deserves his ill fame, but yeah, to go after a man like that, that's just totally fucking wrong.
Yep. Well, what he did to Catilda the Hunt was wrong. Yes, okay. Yet going after the man's job, livelihood, it's not cool. It's out there. Let let the cops do their job. Let the cops arrest him if they find that he broke the law. That's what they're getting paid for.
Well, all of them, fucking junkyard news, every one of them that was in on that.
Yep. You're guilty by
They're all fucking
association.
pieces of shit.
Yep. How many times Junkyard's done that? 4 or 5 times now, give or take. And I like
I,
Junkyard.
I used to have respect for him too. You know, he was a great Second Amendment auditor, especially out there in California. I mean, he did a great job, but this this fucking bullshit just blows that all out of the water.
Yep.
Isn't he the one with the fishing pole and the donut on the end of the line?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought that
Yeah.
was hilarious.
Well,
Oh,
he had a shotgun case that he carried his tripods and shit around. I mean, he won a couple of lawsuits because of it. The cops can't keep their greedy little fingers out from searching it, and hey, it's an illegal search. But yeah, this bullshit of going after CCW like that. I mean, they planned to go to his house and irritate him just so they could get footage of it. That's fucking wrong, man.
When you run out of ideas and you run out of things to do, that's when you see the true, how should I put it, the true soul of these people come to the surface.
I'd have to agree with that.
I mean, they ran out of post offices. They obviously aren't going to go into the DMV anymore, and they should have realized that. And maybe they figured, okay, that was a big fish we went after when we started harassing the Hemming family. And yeah, we bit off more than we could chew there. So let's try a little fry and see what we can do with him. And I think, at least I hope, it's going to backfire again.
I'm back. I had to get coffee. Sorry about that. Andrew, or not now, maybe
Hey,
later.
Andrew.
What in the hell is Emo's Drama Dome playing over there? Something about nail painting and shit? Jesus Christ.
He's been doing that for weeks.
Yeah, the whole
Something about
email
helping?
thing. Really. That
Oh, I didn't know. Well, and there's people over there watching that stupid shit.
it gets tiring to watch real quick.
The nail painting stuff?
No, you and Emo and you
Oh
marrying
no, no,
her.
no, no! I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about what's playing over right now. Oh, that never gets tiring. That should just go.
What he did was it wrong? Yes. Guys constantly going after him. It's getting old. You guys, who? Not you personally, but whoever swatted him, that was bullshit.
That was complete bullshit, and I spoke about that. And you know,
Yeah.
the little motherfucker, dude, I was gonna help him. I was gonna find out who it was, which I got the request in. I was still waiting to get it back. And I was trying, dude. I literally was trying to help his ass, and then he turned around and fucking dogged the shit out of me.
It'd be easier for him to get the information because he's right there and he's
He don't
involved
know
in it.
how. He don't know how. I was trying to help him.
Well, this lady dies. She should be able to help him. I mean, she
Yeah.
is government.
She couldn't find herself out of a wet paper bag, dude. And I don't know what's going after him. What am I doing to him? I haven't done anything to that dude.
Unfortunately, with those types of people, you don't have to do anything to them. They'll just lash out whenever they feel like to whomever they feel like.
Those type of people. What type of people are you putting in the category as?
The ones that call and harass you at work, the ones that call and harass you at home, the one that goes after family members.
But you said type of people. I mean,
Criminals.
so you're saying Emo's a criminal?
No.
Is that what you're saying?
Hey, if the shoe fits.
Oh, okay. I'm just making sure I eat the crayon, so I didn't know for sure that's what you were getting at.
Well,
No,
if
You wouldn't listen to any one of us.
the other saying is if the glove does not fit, you must acquit.
Hey, Shiva.
Look, restreaming his videos pisses him off. Do I know that? Yes. That's the reason I'm doing it? Absolutely. But I do have a end game and a point that is going to be proven within time.
Yeah, excuse me a moment. Careful there, Shiva.
I thought he was the king of the fucking place. Hey, Shiva.
Hugs Sheba, hugs Royce Mia,
I'm the
hugs Wilma.
fuckwit.
Or Sam.
I'm the fuckwit.
Yeah, 5 will get you 10. He won't come on board because of that statement.
Hey, just Ben.
Shiva, don't let him call you out like that, dude.
It's only it's only 10 of 9, so you know he's not into it quite yet.
Shiva, if you let that slide, I lost all respect for you, brother. You better get up here and tell him what's up.
Okay, who has
shit.
who has an irritating background noise?
Who has a what?
Hold on. Yeah, it's you. It's you, Andrew.
What did I do?
Your
Hey,
background
Shiva.
noise.
Shots fired. Did I just hear shots fired, MJ Diver?
Oh my God, she even made it onto the panel?
Was that a pew pew pew? I think that was, wasn't it?
Oh, it was more like a phalanx across the bow. How's that?
So hang on. Now, does that mean you owe him 10 now because he got up here?
5 will get you 10. That's what you said, MJ Diver, wasn't it?
Hey, Shiva. Are you sure you're not? Are you sure you're not the frog?
Well, okay. Here's the thing. I'm sure that I'm not the frog, but I'm not sure that you know that I'm not the frog.
I don't know. You sound an awful lot like him.
I mean,
No, he
do you want me to put on more of a London accent, mate? Would that make it a bit easier if I sound more Cockney? You know what I mean, mate? In it, blood, in it. You get me, fam?
Your voice isn't deep enough, Shiva.
I was going to say, damn, you got a smoke machine going there or what?
No, what I'd see now, the third, I was on Sancho's panel the other night and I accidentally flashed my face, and that's the third time that's happened. So So what I thought was, obviously, there's a risk with the of using software, right? Which is user error, right? Like, if you so I've applied a hardware method, which is to put 3 weed bags over the lens of the camera.
An old school.
Yeah.
See, Shiva, I ain't the only one that thinks you're the frog, and I'm just picking on you.
No, I think the frog and I have actually been on the same panel simultaneously.
Yeah, your accents are totally different. He's more deeper tone.
He's more deeper toned, did you say?
Yeah, his accent's a little more downtown.
His accent. What? Well, I mean, okay, no, look, right. See, this is England, right, where an accent can be quite different the next fucking valley over.
Oh hell, that's the whole.
That's why I said you're uptown, he's downtown.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the whole.
What city, NJ? Sorry, Odin.
That's the whole United States, from like say Erie to where Jen's at. There's fucking 20 different accents in that little distance.
And then you have Odin's accent. They call it the peanut butter accent.
Is that because it's crunchy or smooth?
It's because it's smooth and crunchy at the same time.
That would make it smunchy, wouldn't it?
Yep. Andrew up here picking on me, and I can move him to the back. Yeah. So Shiva, what's your thoughts on Furry doing the shit she's doing to CCW?
Well, here's the thing. I'm not really that up on what's going on between Furry Potato and CCW, other than there's a feud, and that's it, really. I don't. I suppose I do have a bone of contention with Furry Potato, and it's not really to do with CCW, unless she's doing something particularly egregious that I'm not aware of.
Well, she got him fired.
Oh.
She booked the boat that he works on just to annoy the fuck out of him, because it got old going over to
well,
house and annoying the fuck out of him.
In that case, I will fall back onto my default position concerning Furry Potato, which is that she's an absolute fucking cunt.
Yeah.
Oh, Chef.
Oh, she's the C word without the apparatus.
It's all right, NJ Diver. You can say cunt. Go on. You can do it.
Goodbye, Diver.
Yeah, I have to wait. My wife and her sister are here in the house. So.
I'd say assuming.
You could say the C word, maybe. Maybe that'll help.
I would say that she's assuming. No, just
give it a few more minutes. I'll be home alone for a few days.
He's a suing.
Who's suing?
No, Furry is a suing. C-U-N-T, suing.
Oh, right.
Okay. There you go. Oh, man.
Jeff.
Hey, what's up, Odin?
Not much. There was nothing going on, so I figured, what the hell, do a panel.
Right. I didn't know. I'm like, I was reading my emails. I'm like, oh shit.
I mean, come on, that seems like quite cunt-like behavior, right? To go to where someone works with the express permission of annoying them to the point that they get fired. I would say that's a cunt. An absolute fucking cunt.
Well, she got him evicted, or it got him evicted as well.
Go on, NJ Diver. You can say she.
Oh, I don't know what it is. I mean, genetically, it's a him. It hasn't had the knife work yet, so has had some of the estrogen work. But
yeah, but NJ Diver, it's 2020.
Until it knows it's it. I think that's what I say.
Oh no, you guys, it's 2020. You got to get with the times now. Now people can. No. See now, NJ Diver, you can be gender fluid. Right? That means you can decide one day that you're a man, and then the next day you feel like a woman, so you're a woman, and then the next day you feel non-binary, so you're whatever that is, right? No, it's all changed now. It's a brave new world. It's a brave new world.
And I'm a lizard.
Yeah, it's pure androgyny. How's that?
Okay,
it's a brave new world where you can be a biological male for donkey's years and then decide you're a female and then dominate female sports like weightlifting and mixed martial arts.
Okay, I got to bring this up.
Track and field, yeah.
I like what Miss Joe said here. See you next Tuesday.
That's good.
Taran Dixoff. See, Taran Dixoff understands where I'm coming from. That's quite scary. See, I think if you rag on people or mock people, and this comes from scam baiting days, right? Because what used to happen quite often, especially on the 24/7 scam baiting live stream, is you'd get people coming up and then they would mock the Indian scammers for stuff like their accents or their inability to pronounce words properly. And I always thought that was pretty weak because the scammers give you so much ammunition in terms of what they do that actually that's far more damaging than anything you can mock them about otherwise. And I think it's the same with Furry. Her actions are so egregious that to mock her for being trans just seems a bit kind of pointless in a way, like redundant. And it takes away from the fact that actually she's in my opinion, she appears to be a deeply immoral person.
Yes.
That comes first.
You got to go after what she's doing wrong and not her
The lack of
gender.
morality is the first thing I always noticed about her. He, she, it.
Diver, come on. Her.
Hey, I don't live in California. I don't have to abide by that.
Whatever pronoun fit. I mean,
it's half and half, though. So how do you sway one way or the other? It's halfway one and halfway the other.
All right, I got it. If you can't say it's a him, you can't say it's a her. It's not a she. It's not an it. We'll just call it shit.
This is the way that I look at it, right? I don't necessarily agree with the whole trans thing. Like, I'm not saying that I agree that if you declare yourself to be a woman, then that means you're the same as a biological woman, right? I think that's nonsense. However, if you just give them it, right? You just go, yeah, all right, fair enough. I'll call you woman, whatever, don't care. Then suddenly that's a weapon they don't have against you. Yeah. Until every time you call her an it or a he, you're actually giving her a weapon against you, right? Because she then gets to say, well, you're a bigot. And then whatever your criticisms of her actions are become irrelevant because you're then categorized as transphobic. And so whatever you say is bullshit, right?
Okay. So what do you call, hey, I'm sorry, Shiva, what do you call somebody that's in transit? It's like in between stages.
Whatever they want me to.
That's right? What I'm saying. So what, I don't even know what she wants or it wants to be called. I said she because I think it's supposed to be a she, right?
Well, I mean, as far as I'm aware, she's adopted a female name. Doesn't she refer to herself as female?
I guess. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. So, like, and to me, right, I don't fucking care. It's just a word.
Right.
Really. It makes no difference to me if I call her he or her, really, right? It's just a sound coming out of my mouth. It doesn't mean that I believe or that I subscribe to the ideology that gives rise to that kind of, gender politics and, nomenclature. But it's like, I refuse to give trans people that I think are like immoral and unethical any grounds to prevent me from criticizing them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta go after them for their actions, not what they are. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Well, it did when Shiva said it.
Clash in Canada. I don't care about bathrooms. Just make bathrooms unisex, and then the issue's resolved. Fucking hell. Men aren't rapists. that whole thing about the bathrooms is predicated on the idea that men are dangerous rapists. Fuck that shit. Rapists are rapists, not men, right? Trans people aren't rapists. Rapists are rapists. Fucking hell. But that's actually based on the idea that it's men who are rapists, really. It's men who are the kind of dangerous party. That's fucking bollocks. It really pisses me off.
Well, there's women rapists too.
There is, although in the UK, a woman cannot legally be charged with rape.
Huh?
Wow.
No such crime exists.
I can't be so lucky.
Well, you can't rape the willing.
Right?
Blue Ivy is asking me, are you if your bestie? That doesn't make sense. Anyone else? Are you if?
No, it's got me confused too.
But do you guys understand what I'm saying about the whole?
Oh, absolutely.
Like just calling furry her. And
If she wants to be called she, then fine.
But just in terms of like
what you call her.
Yeah, not in terms of whether it makes her feel better or not, because that's not why I'm doing it. It's not to make her feel better. It's so that she doesn't have a weapon to use against me.
And she would.
Yeah.
She don't have ammo to use against you because you called her or him and him or her.
Exactly. Yeah. And if I forget, which I do, because I'm not perfect.
Is it the bar I set? My arms I stretch, but I can't reach.
Wow.
Then if I forget, which I do sometimes, then I'll actually just correct myself. Go, oh, sorry, I mean her.
Odin, that's a fucked up ringtone.
Right? I was thinking the same thing.
Tearing dicks off. If you believe in Odin, donate to Lou.
Sorry about that.
As much as I'd believe him to donate the emo.
Who donates the emo?
Did you?
I donate the energy of my consciousness to Eno every now and again when I watch his videos.
I think Not Now Maybe Later donates to emo. That's what I heard.
He has done. He bought a membership, didn't he? Right. Did you notice how Emo's membership scheme lasted one day?
Did it last a day? I think it was like an hour.
But the thing is, he's still got the membership. He could still do memberships to try and attract people to his channel, but he just wanted to use it as a weapon, right?
Did anybody actually join that stupid thing besides Knucklehead?
I don't know.
I can say that I have not.
I think Joe did.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Just for shits and giggles.
Yeah, he is well, I don't know how much he's a supporter now, but he was all behind him.
Then you got Andrew Marin again. It's like, God, I don't go to his channel to watch it. Why do I got to come to your channel to watch it? It's kind of stupid.
Yeah, he blocks everybody and turns the comments off, and then he screams at Andrew for the Drama Dome. But if you want to comment and watch his video stuff, rants or whatever they call, you got to do it somewhere so you can talk amongst each other. Yeah. So it's actually helping Andrew if him cutting the comments and stuff off.
And see, the thing is, during those few days when Emo unbanned everyone, and Lady Di got scared off, his numbers were up. People were going on his panel. His chat was flowing. Now Lady Di has come back, and she's playing Whack-A-Troll, and no one's going on his panel. I mean, can't he see the correlation? I'm not saying there's a cause, but there's a definite fucking correlation.
He's cause and effect for sure. I know, Andrew. That's what I was talking about. You can go chat in here, but if you chat in there though, it's an automatic ban. So
I think I got pre-banned.
Right.
for chatting.
Check this out. I got banned and never said 2 words about him. So I was guilty by association. Funny how that works.
Whack-A-Troll is lame.
Okay, do I have to put Andrew up?
Okay, so how am I benefiting off of him? Please.
No,
how are you benefiting?
I'm sorry. What I was getting at is your channel's better because he cuts his chat off, and at least you can chat in yours. You know what I mean? The Drama Dome, I think is what it's called. Yeah,
it's called Emo's Drama Dome. Yeah,
yeah. So that's what I was talking about.
You're getting views from him because of the chat being turned off, where yours isn't. You're allowing it, so you're getting the traffic he's pushing away.
But how am I benefiting off it? That channel's not monetized. That channel's not. It's just there.
I'm just talking about view purposes. I wasn't talking about money.
Oh, okay. Well, money just seems to be one it floats around all the time. So I was curious. Hey, I'm not. Hey, what I can monetize it? You damn right I'm gonna make money off of it. You damn right. The whole channel's for making money. Are you bullshitting?
You're whoring out, Emo. We know it.
What?
You and Gary Snowflake, man, y'all need to stop harassing that man. Y'all gonna make him do something stupid.
How am I harassing him?
I was being conceited, man.
Oh, okay. Let's say, come on now. Hey, look, Emo bought Gary a yacht. All right. I'm gonna have a bigger fucking yacht than Snowflake.
Don't doubt that.
Hey, Sue.
Like I said, there is a purpose behind what I'm doing. Whether anybody likes it or not, I could give 2 fucks. Actually, I couldn't even give 2 of them. So
and whether you know it or not, too, right?
Hey, Andrew, why is Eastern Accountability banning your chat?
What now?
EK, he's banning your chat.
In which chat?
There, I put it up for you.
You should be banned. There's only one person, 2 people banned in the Drama Dome now.
He's tired? Why'd you ban him? Huh?
I don't know why he's not supposed to be banned. He ain't banned.
He's using one of them $3 words too.
If he's banned, I know nothing about it. There's only 2 people banned in that Drama Dome. One was a fake emo account because he was filling out a bunch of racist crap. I'm not going to have it. And then Justice, whatever his name is, got banned today. So those are the only 2 people I know that's banned.
I think if you read the comment, it's quite clearly a joke. Let me read it out to you.
Oh, I haven't.
I'm banned in not now, maybe later's Drama Dome because he's jealous of my philtrum. That's the curved space underneath your nose, above your, between your lip and your nose. That's your philtrum.
All right.
You got it.
It still went. They went.
Oh. Well, by God, today's not a total loss. I learned something today. I now know what a philtrum is.
Andrew's a blonde.
No, I'm just illiterate and dumb. But it's y'all fault, you scumbags. Oh.
Donkey Watch is in here too. Come on up, Donkey.
Scumbag piece of shit.
Where did he ask that?
You know what? I need to go and get some alcohol and cocaine, I think.
Hey, I'm coming over.
Yeah, right. I'll be there in about a week.
Are you
But
gonna
ain't
get?
it like, hang on,
Are you
is it
getting
like 4
some of
o'clock
that
in the
ass
morning?
coke?
Hey, Joe.
Is it like,
Oh
hey, look,
shit!
there's my
Joe
cracker.
found me.
Not my
Joe
hotspot.
found me. I got to go.
This shit's not working.
Shiva, you gonna get some
Yeah,
of that
Joe
ass coke?
again? What the hell?
What happened?
Joe just
Joe
gets here and
called.
has to go. What the
He
fuck?
when he gets a phone call, it blows his it messes his.
It looked like he was ratting.
I thought he was having a seizure again.
Yeah, right.
Do you think it was my camera that's doing that? That gave him the seizure.
It's
Good
possible.
possibility.
I
You
don't know.
scumbag.
Shiva,
Flashing lights.
are you getting that ass coke?
Ass coke, yeah. That's the best coke ever. Ass coke is the best. Oh, look at that. That's quite a nice filter. I like that one.
I want to know how you know about ass coke there, Sasquatch.
Because he comes
It's
he
the
comes
best
onto my
coke ever. Hello.
because he comes onto my panel. He comes
Hey, I'm a junkie from the old days. And when I was in the military service, I was known to be a sexual deviant. So yeah.
Was you the one chasing after all the goats in the military?
No, I will neither confirm nor deny that statement.
Now look at Andrew. He's trying to see if he's actually blocked.
I'm bald, not blonde.
Hey, Diver, are you still there, man? Hey, Holly.
What?
Oh, I was asking Diver if he was still there.
Yeah,
All right, I'll drop back down chat.
Wow.
Oh my word! I'm having. Sometimes I'm so childish.
And
The
look,
simplest
hold-
things.
Hold on, guys. I gotta ask Joe, are you staying this time? Because I ain't gonna put you up here and back down.
I was gonna throw a bad joke in there, but I just won't do it. I just won't.
Appreciate it. I can predict the joke. Oh shit! I heard none.
you ain't got a hair in your ass if you don't tell that joke.
I've
I
heard.
can't do it to him. I can't do it. and there's a lot of respectable women in the chat I see. So
Is it funny?
It is.
Then he's got an obligation to tell that joke.
Respectable
Don't
women.
start. He's doing the right thing. Don't start.
I see maybe one respectable woman. I don't see any other.
Okay, well, there's at least one. That's enough.
Do you want me to tell you a sick joke? Right, here we go. Hang on, I've started, so I'll finish. There were two buckets of sick walking down the road, and one spits on the floor, and the other one says, "What'd you do that for?" And the first one goes, "Well, it was the way I was brought up, isn't it?" That's my sick joke. I don't know if that. I don't know if that translates as well into American. In the UK, to throw up means to vomit.
Yeah.
Or to bring something up means like if you bring up your breakfast, you've thrown up your breakfast. So maybe that doesn't translate so well into the States.
I think we get it.
Yeah, I don't know how it is on the on the West Coast, but here on the East Coast, we can call it chumming too.
Yeah, right. Hey,
Wow,
did you see Andrew's comment? He said, "I got 5 if you put Joe back down." That's only on my channel, Andrew. What you trying to do, man?
Oh, fuck, that's funny.
Only until my channel is monetized, yeah. And then I'm stealing the idea.
I want to cut though, man. It's my idea.
Why would I put the most intelligent person in the basement? I want to have some conversation.
Oh,
All right, I'll be in the basement, y'all. I'll be waiting.
No, you're cool, Joe.
I thought you said most intelligent. I thought it was obvious.
Well, I could put Diver down there. He could be Joe.
He's a smart cat. She was a smart cat. Jeff and Sasquatch don't stand
Hey,
a chance.
Odin, I don't get mad. I don't get even. I get ahead.
You get head.
Head.
That's what she
I
said.
would.
What?
I would just like to point out that I am neither a cat nor am I smart. I am, in fact, an English idiot.
Well, that.
Congratulations, Shiva.
Well, let me top you there. I've never had smart and my name mentioned in the same sentence. Joe, I think Joe is the first one ever.
Yeah, when I said Jeff is a smart ass, he was like, "Yes, I just wanted them in the same sentence."
So, Jeff, when are you gonna say your joke?
I'm not, man. I don't know. I'm not doing that.
I'm pretty sure the women will come back out one for about men.
Yeah, I bet they would too. After
And,
that one, though, I'd be crucified, man. I thought about it before I said it, and I'm like, nah, I can't.
See, that's where you're fucking up. You shouldn't have thought about it. You should have.
I know. I usually don't, man.
Now, Jeff, if the women are coming at you with knives, you're on your own. I'm out.
Right? I'm just saying, man. I'd be crucified.
What's the name of this fucking panel? For shits and giggles? You ought to be banned for not telling a joke.
Right? Damn.
Actually, it's
for fuck's sake.
Chopping block, man. What you got me into, Odin? Jesus.
I'm going to be pedantic. No, Sasquatch. That's not the title of the panel. The title of the panel is For Shit and Giggles.
Oh, okay.
He forgot the mighty S on the end, right?
I stand corrected.
Also, this isn't StreamYards. It's StreamYard.
Oh my God. I didn't know we were taking class today.
Poor Sasquatch.
Hey,
sorry,
I got to take it. I was wrong.
It's all good fun.
Well, all I can say is I'm glad that Shiva don't come on my panel much because I'll be misquoting shit all the time.
Yeah, sorry about last night, Jeff. It was just with all the noise. I thought it was best to jump off, and then once that conversation kicked off, I thought, no, that was good that I left actually, because that could have turned ugly pretty quick.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. Thank God 5-speed hasn't showed up because
Hey, I can take his place. Commerce. Contract.
Trust. Contract.
Commerce.
Is 5-speed a soft sit, is he?
Oh, here's
no, but he desires to be. He is not, but he desires to be.
But all he's got to do is all he's got to do is send off a notice of understanding and claim of right, and then he's done.
I'm sure he understands that shit, man. I don't. I love for you to rap with him about it.
Yeah,
we have little patience right now with it, so I love for you to be able to rap with him about that shit.
He could copyright his name.
Throw away his driver's license.
He already.
I knew someone
of his car.
What's funny?
I used to. Go on. Sorry.
What's funny? He's an intelligent guy, but he talks so damn slow. It's like, dude, speed the fuck up. Use smaller words if you have to, and just come down to earth.
Yeah, that's my issue, to come down the earth part. Nobody intentionally, if they, I don't know, I could be wrong with this, but if they try hard, they can communicate better. That leads me to believe that he's just trying to show how intelligent he is, and that aggravates the shit out of him.
Is somebody giving him amphetamines? Maybe that might help him speed up.
I mean, I think if he wants to.
Go ahead, Shiva.
Sweetheart.
Hi, Teresa.
I used to know someone who in certain respects, I've got a lot of respect for. Right now, get this. He was about 20, right? His dad was a freeman on the land, and I was kind of involved with the freeman on the land nonsense back then. So he retained my help in a court case, right? In which he got caught with 40 plants in his house. So he was being done with possession and with cultivation, which carries the same imprisonment tariff as smuggling in the UK, right? If you grow it, you get done for it the same as if you smuggled it into the country. So we actually set a precedent in the UK courts, the defence being that he was researching cannabis cures using cancer cures using cannabis oil, and for that you needed a large number of amount of the plant matter to produce that. So he actually got found not guilty on that, but guilty of possession. But he sent off a notice of understanding, and a notice of understanding and intent and a claim of right with his birth certificate to the Queen. and then some secretary in Buckingham Palace sent the birth certificate back with a letter that basically asked, "Are you mental? Do you need to be sectioned?"
Yeah. 5 speed. I hope you're listening, motherfucker.
Hey, Teresa, you can come on up on panel. I don't move myself to the basement.
I could just hear that in the English accent. Are you mental?
I'm obviously paraphrasing, but that was, the kind of, like, they were basically saying, do you suffer from some sort of mental illness? Here's your birth certificate back.
That's funny, man.
That's funny.
Get any scones with his tea.
You eat scones, you just call them biscuits.
Is that true? That's what a scone is, a biscuit. I bet it ain't like an American biscuit. Yeah, our biscuits are cookies. Our biscuits, goddamn it, got gravy and fucking syrup.
No. Don't forget, we invented the fucking language, right? So,
all right, I'm
now you didn't invent it; you evolved it.
Shh, stop being right. Now look.
Dr. Who always be talking about biscuits, and he be getting these little bitty shits. We don't do that at all.
Right. The word biscuit comes from the Italian biscotti, and it means twice baked, right?
Okay.
Because so if you go into an Italian coffee shop and you ask for a biscotti, what you'll be served is a kind of long, hard, like a biscuit that you dunk into your coffee. It's very, very hard, right? But that's where the word biscuit comes from. So it's a kind of now a scone is much more like what Americans call biscuits, which is kind of flour with like maybe bicarbonate of soda in it. And I think you guys have it savory with like gravy and whatnot, and we have savory versions that we put cheese into. But we also make sweet versions with like fruit in it and whatnot. So you can have so you could have like jam and cream with it. Like you can make sweet versions.
I've had those. There's a place up in Boise that serves scones.
Yeah. So I think scones and biscuits
butter and honey
are very similar. Yeah. But the word biscuit comes from the Italian biscotti, twice baked. So actually, what we call biscuits is actually much more accurate than what you call biscuits.
All right, but since we're gonna go there, I think we all know what a biscuit is, man. And a biscuit over here is none of that twice baked.
Pillsbury.
Yeah, but in the rest of
they call biscuit scones over there. Scones.
In the rest of the world, it is. Right, Joe? It's only in America that biscuit means a scone.
Yes.
No, you men are going to have to behave. Teresa's up here.
Hold on, Teresa.
Yeah, my two beagles, biscotti is really hard. I think when you actually bake them twice, that it makes them really fucking hard. I don't know why they're made that way. Maybe it's a throwback to sailing days. When hard biscuits were a kind of, that's what you would fall back on, isn't it? It
would last longer. Yeah.
I wonder if Odin realizes that we can have 10 people on these streams now.
I'm wondering what
Only
the
if
fuck
you
is going
I
on.
was wondering
because
myself. Can he bring
only
himself back now?
no,
Right, it's got to be 8 niggas in the
You got
basement.
to pay for it.
he's got to pay for it.
Yeah,
Oh
you
no,
got to
I
pay
didn't
for it.
know that. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
So I was
like,
quite pleased when they did that because it gives the people who are paying for it kind of
Yeah.
something a bit extra, you know.
Hey,
yeah.
Odin, you can put me down, baby. I ain't got to be up here. You can put me down. I'm not contributing to the conversation that much anyway.
Careful how you say that now.
Now, cappuccino, that's also Italian, isn't it? That comes from the Friar monks.
No, I just want to give everybody time on the panel.
I'll stop giving linguistic history lessons now.
Shiva, do you eat scones? Do you get to eat scones a lot over there? Don't they sell them like everywhere? Isn't that something?
I mean, yeah, although I'm not that keen on scones. I mean, I'll have a scone if someone offers me one, but they're not like something that I like particularly.
What's a fish and chip? A chip is a French fry.
It's just fish
A French
fries.
a French fry is a very poor imitation of a chip.
Oh, British people snobby, man.
Careful there, Shiva. We've got all kinds of different French fries.
Yeah, no, I mean they are different.
We have surf and turf. Here we have surf and turf.
Are French fries in America chopped potatoes, or are they reconstituted potato matter?
They're chopped potatoes.
Yeah,
Fried.
I don't know about the latter at all.
Well,
What about
I got a press that just cuts the potatoes into strips. So.
What are McDonald's French fries made out of?
What's those potato chips you
They're
get in
made
the
out
can?
of real potatoes.
Are they?
McDonald's is real potatoes. I think you're thinking of tater tots. Tater tots are potato matter glued back together.
Chips, I think, are like. I suppose chips are. I know in the States, chips are what we call crisps, bags of very thinly sliced potatoes that are fried and flavored. In the UK, chips are thicker than French fries, but thinner. They're not as large as potato wedges.
What's the potato chip
like
you
a
get in the
steak fry?
can?
Sorry, like two people at once.
I'm sorry, I was saying it's like a steak fry. NJ wants to know how many potato chips are in the can.
Oh, no,
are you
not
talking
how
about
many.
Charles chips?
No, there's ones here on the East Coast. They're actually reconstituted pressed potato and then into a shape of a potato chip, and they fry
those are
it that way.
Munchins, I think they call
A
them,
bit
something like that.
Pringles.
Pringles,
like
thank
Pringles?
you. Pringles, yes.
Yeah, Pringles does it like that too. They're kind of gross.
That's reconstituted potatoes.
I think in UK their chips are thicker, like potato chips.
They're steak fries.
Steak fries, yeah.
Yeah.
And put a little gravy on them. God, that shit's good.
Gravy on French fries? I never tried that.
At the Texas Roadhouse, they have the best steak fries, steak size fries.
Oh, no,
Texas
what
Roadhouse.
are you guys on about? No, you want chips and curry sauce. What the fuck is wrong with you?
No, steak and like fries with like a beef gravy on them. It's good. Cheese.
Yeah. Quarter of a century ago, when I was walking or going around this neighborhood looking for a home, my wife and I were shown a home. We took one step inside the front door and damn near turned around and went back. The smell of curry was so strong. Oh my God.
How do you get that shit out?
Man, that was one of my favorite meals over in Germany. Was fucking currywurst and hummus.
Sheba, do you use that mayonnaise shit? I saw somebody dipping fries in mayonnaise. I would never have the courage to do that. And I like mayonnaise on certainly with ham and shit.
One, yes, yes, I have, and two, why would you be scared to try mayonnaise on chips?
I'm scared of mayonnaise naked anyway, man. I don't know something about mayonnaise.
We mix ketchup and mayonnaise together for crawfish. When we eat crawfish and we make a dip.
Ketchup and what?
Mayonnaise.
Really? I think I've seen that before. Somebody mixed that shit together before.
Ketchup and mayonnaise. Is that French dressing?
Toss some Tabasco in there on top of it.
They call it mayonnaise here.
French dressing is just oil and vinegar and then some seasoning.
Teresa, can you
that's
cook?
French dressing.
Maybe across the pond it is, not over here. It's not.
In France, it is.
Teresa's Cajun. Yeah,
that's Italian over here.
Olive
oil and vinegar.
This is a cooking show. I could be.
Oh, please, my wife's into that.
It's a cooking show where we're talking about chips.
Shiva, do you eat mincemeat? Have you ever eaten mincemeat in a pie?
I don't eat corpses.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot you're a vegetarian.
When I did eat corpses, yes, I
Really?
No, I'm not vegan. I'm not vegan. No, I eat cheese.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're not vegan. You're vegetarian.
He's Buddhist.
I think it's great when people tell other people the labels that I apply to myself. I actually don't like calling myself a vegetarian because I think there's a whole bunch of like cultural assumptions that go with that word that I'm keen to avoid. Like I don't kind of preach about it or anything. But at the same time, I like being cheeky and I like being uber literal. And when you boil down to
motherfucker.
Do you eat fish? Do you eat fish and milk and cheese?
No, I don't eat fish because that would constitute eating a corpse.
He's a semi-practicing Buddhist.
Eggs are cool. Eggs.
I eat, free range. Try to make them organic because I think the chickens are treated better if they're organically fed and whatnot. Like at least it shows they're being cared for. I wouldn't ever buy caged eggs from caged hens, and I'll check the boxes to make sure.
I hate to be this guy, but what's the difference between vegan and vegetarian?
A vegetarian doesn't eat meat, and a vegan doesn't eat any animal products.
Okay, all right. And you don't necessarily fall in there either, is what you're saying. You just don't eat.
I eat cheese. I eat eggs. I use milk in cooking. I suppose that's about it for animal-related stuff. I don't use anything that requires an animal to die. I don't eat anything that requires an animal to die.
What differentiates you from a vegetarian?
I just don't like labels.
Blow me, Nucker. You could have fucking said
here
yes.
We go.
No, I did earlier. I did. I said the reason why I don't use the word vegetarian is because there's a whole bunch of assumptions, like cultural assumptions that go along with that word.
Yeah,
and that's why I don't like labels because, it's like if you say vegetarian, to my mind, it brings to mind a kind of slightly preachy hippie who likes to lecture people on what they should or should not be eating.
A tree hugger, fish hugger.
Do I gotta keep you woke? No,
sadly,
do I gotta keep you woke?
Not human corpses.
I could be driving at 4 in the morning. I don't be on the shoulder that fucking much. Oh, all right.
Shiva, do some vegetarians eat fish, or is that
some people
else?
Some people.
See, that's one of the things about labeling somebody a vegetarian, because there's also vegans. There's, so if you say, "Oh, she's vegetarian," we got to plan the menu around it, and you serve cheese, that it might be vegan. You know what I mean?
And you'd have to know that if you're in a restaurant, Biz, you'd have to know the difference between all these. I'm sure there's more labels that I'm.
I think here we're kind of broaching into the realms of responsibility, right? So I think
I was just going there,
if you're a host, like hosting a dinner party, for example, then I think it's the responsibility of the host to ascertain the dietary requirements of the guests. But if you're going to a restaurant, it's the responsibility of the customer to tell the restaurant what their
Check him
dietary
out.
requirements are.
It
You know,
sounds logical. Yes, yes, yes. But then they still have to know, right? If you tell the guy that comes to your table, listen, I'm a vegan. No, that doesn't hold water. You better know what you eat. No, you got to tell them, right? And then the
I think
responsibility is on him.
you have to tell them specifically what you don't and don't want in your meal, right? Like you have to say, "Give me this, but don't put that in it. Don't put that in it, and don't put that in it."
What if you threw the titles around? Oh, I'm a vegan. I like my so and so, but I'm a vegan. Would that suffice?
If I was a waiter, that would just confuse me, and then I would have to ask follow-up questions to find out exactly what they wanted to eat.
Me too. Me too.
Shiva,
Me too.
what about all of the potatoes have to die for the vodka you drink? What about that?
What about that? Am I supposed to
What
be?
about those
Am I supposed to be concerned about that for some reason?
Do
the
you lose
potatoes?
sleep
Yes.
over?
What
Do you
is?
lose?
I don't know if you drink beer. What is beer made out of? Wheat and
Right,
barley.
no, yeah, I understand what you're asking, and I'm asking you. Well, what about that? Is there some area of concern that I should be aware of?
What's
Well,
gin made
no,
of?
I'm just joking.
No, I know. So am I.
So Shiva, what do they make gin
Potatoes
out of?
lives matter.
No, you're right.
Look at Lou.
Still,
Lou is a potato. There. Need I say more?
What do they
Plant
make gin
lives
out of?
matter, eh?
I don't know. I think it's probably some kind of grain, isn't it, gin?
I have no clue.
I don't know either. Now that you mention it, I'm pretty sure I saw a special on it a week ago.
Okay, I got a question.
Out
Are
of
we-
sugar.
hold on, I got a question. Are we still doing the fundraiser to get Tammy out to California to live with Lou?
Get Tammy
I've
to
got
do
the money
what?
raised.
We're gonna
Oh.
raise money to get Tammy
The money is
out
raised. The money is raised. It's ready to go. I'm ready to send it.
Go to
we-
Cali. What are you doing to Cali for?
to live with Lou.
I think. Well, I think you'll be better off out there. The weather's nice and Riverside is nice.
I am going to bounce for a little bit. I need to go to the shop and whatnot. So
To the shop.
I'm going to. Yes, the shop. We have shops here.
To
I know
the
you
store.
have.
To the stove.
have-
To the stove.
You have stores over there, but you
Let's go
see,
through the garden.
over here in the UK, we store things in stores and we buy things from
Eva.
shops.
We have shops here. They call them gun shops. And
I'm just being silly.
Hey, Sheba, in my
Let's go through the
neighborhood,
garden. The
we don't have
garden.
we don't have stores in my neighborhood. We have stoves. Like you
Stoves.
stole something away. Stove. We go to the
Stove.
stove.
We got stoves here
Go
in
to the
Louisiana
store.
too.
Yeah, go to the stove. Yes, there's never no one has ever said store. We go to the stove.
STOWR.
STO. Ain't no R. Just STOE.
It's just
Stove.
STO. Stove.
STO. Stove. Yes, yes. Go to the stove.
I'm
All
going to stove.
Go to
Go
the
to the
stove,
stove,
Steve.
y'all.
Go to the stove, Steve.
Go to the store, y'all. Go to the store.
Go to the store. Go to the shop. Shit. All right. Listen, man, I'm gonna bail off too, man, because I got a bunch of bullshit coming up. I should be using this fucking data for as hotspot bullshit for. You guys will see me tonight. I'll be with Chuck Bronson night too. If you still in there, motherfucker, I know I'll be seeing you. Old in love, man. I caught your video this morning, Phil.
Yep. You take care of bro.
Later, Joe. It's the
Always-
old gang.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's always fun
no.
with those two.
Joe's pretty cool. Shiva, he's a comedian.
In England or whatever, the UK, they don't have backyards. You know, they have gardens.
Gold.
It makes it sound lovely.
Yeah, we went through that with Tarquin the other night. He didn't have his filter
right.
on. He had a different. It was on Shiva's panel. Tarquin
And he was
was.
sitting in the garden.
Yeah, and he didn't use a filter. We actually saw him.
We were like, "That's the garden," and they said, "You know, the backyard. That's what they call it there."
Out
Like
the
it looks
back
like
of the
he's sitting
house.
in the backyard. Yeah, it was out the back of the house. It was a nice porch or something he was sitting on.
I've always wanted one of those.
What a
Oh, I've
backyard
got a
or
nice one there, Odin.
No, a nice porch.
125, yeah, 125 foot frontage and 200 deep.
Damn. Didn't want it to move, eh?
Well, it's that's the whole yard. The house sits just in the front third. I used to have 2 apple trees back there, but after one season of picking up the dead apples, I said that's enough of that. And about an hour with a
Pruned them
chainsaw
down to the
later.
ground, did you?
Well, below ground actually, because I had an addition put on the house. A couple of months later, I flipped the backhoe driver a couple extra 20s, and he tore out a bunch of stuff for me.
What were you going to say, Teresa?
I don't know. I don't think I was going to say anything.
Okay.
Yeah, now I guess what was left of the one tree is rotted, and I got a nice little hole in the middle of the backyard.
That's a good place for the
Oh, you need a load of dirt.
Yeah.
You need a dead body and a load of dirt, NJ. That's all. Maybe some lye. I think we were calculating. You need 3. You need 3 containers of lye for the body.
A little more than that.
Well, you could clean that whole that stuff out. Just throw a little bit of charcoal down there, light it on fire, and that'll burn all them old roots and stuff out of there. And then you could
Yeah, that's true.
Dirt.
Yeah, well, I've got an old tree that got struck by lightning, and then Hurricane Irene took some of it down, and then Hurricane Sandy finished it off. And I cut the all but the stump away, and I let it rot for a while. And then I was able to break that up. Now I've got a circle of about a half a dozen trees growing out from underneath it, and I got to get the chainsaw to most of them one of these days.
You have to put some tree rot on it. They sell it at the store.
I didn't have
rot it out.
Yeah, I didn't have
to. You got it growing back, huh? Trees all around
it's already growing
off
back.
the roots.
But but as it stands now, I got one part of it I'll leave because it's growing away from the house, and the rest of them I got to take my new chainsaw and finally put it together and make use of it. But not on a day that's 97 degrees in the shade.
Hey, Diver, here's a question you're being asked.
Yeah, I used to work up that way. I know Ridgewood very well.
Here's the other one. Is what are your thoughts on Danica Patrick and Aaron Rodgers breaking up?
I know who Danica Patrick is. The other I'm not familiar with.
He's a quarterback. He was a quarterback for the Green Bay Packers.
I'm more concerned with whether Susanna Hoff is back in the singles route.
I'm not a fan of either of them, so I don't pay attention to their marriage woes. That's too bad, though.
I don't know who the hell they are.
I don't think they were married. I think they were just seeing each other.
Well, Danica Patrick's cute, but not my cup of tea.
Remember that girl that played tennis? What was her name? It's a long last name, it seems like. Boy, they just loved her. She didn't play tennis very well, but she was beautiful. Was she Russian? I don't remember. I think she
Sharapova?
was. Yeah, she wasn't. Yes, that's her name, I
Sharapova?
believe so. I think so.
So that young lady that just passed away, drowned in the lake, she was beautiful.
One that was on Glee.
Yeah. I don't watch the show, so I didn't. The only time I ever found out about her was, of course, after she'd passed. But she was a beautiful young lady.
She drowned? What's that all about?
Well, she went out with her son on rented a boat and just fell over or something, drowned. Her little boy was found on the boat alone.
Oh my goodness, that's terrible. Yikes.
The poor youngin is 4 years old.
Lord,
yeah,
how long was he out
that's
there?
your kind of girl, huh?
How long was the little boy out there in the boat?
A few hours.
Yeah, they found him. He was asleep.
Damn.
It was a pontoon boat.
Sentinel, you can come on up. El Sanchez, you can come on up. I got room for 2.
Oh, Desert, come on up and tell us about your little morning jaunt with Eric.
Ooh, that'd be interesting.
About that
Desert and I were on a
last night
panel with
show?
Eric yesterday, I believe. Maybe it was yesterday, a day or two ago. Eric came on the panel that we were on.
Yeah, I couldn't last. I had to call it quits about 3:30, 3:45.
I think I tapped out at 2:30. I don't remember exactly, but I left finally. It was really late. I had taken a nap that day, slept most of the day, so I was up half the night.
Yeah, I was fading away, and I had a nap later that day.
Yeah, I don't see that code of conduct going too far.
It was a joke from the beginning.
Yeah,
It's a topic, just something to discuss. People able to talk about it and give their opinions on it. Everybody has a different opinion on it, but
there
I
were
had a
so
good
many
time doing it.
rabbit holes.
Eric got up there and like, oh God, here we go for 2 hours, him talking. I could
Well,
like you
I
did
like
with
the
let it
little
that.
list we
happen.
came up with. Like I said, I don't think you should call the police on yourself. There's a few things that I don't think you should do. I think that most people agree, and there's some people that will try to spin it to where it's okay. But, I think the 5 things we came up with are, things that most people agree on. I don't know. I don't even remember what all they were. I remember the first one. Well, one of them was choose your battles wisely. So I think it was just all, genuine kind of roundabout advice. But still, there's just like calling the cops on yourself. I don't think anybody wants to see that. I don't, I mean, there are some people that'll make excuses for it and whatever, but I don't know that people want to. Maybe they do. They just want to see people scream at cops, whatever. I'm more interested in the organic kind of interactions.
I enjoy.
Yeah, and one of the things I brought out was self control. I should have done it different. I said, don't be an emo.
I think a lot of the auditors and cop watchers need to learn. Hey, I'm just here to capture the scene, the moment, and stuff, and not involve themselves in it. That way, in case they do
Yeah,
get
but they don't
arrested,
get the clicks and views if they don't involve themselves.
yeah. And if they get arrested, it makes them look good because hey, I didn't say nothing to the cop. This is what happened. They can use their video as evidence. Hey, this is what all was fired. Instead of
Did any of you see the mock trial last night?
No.
Now, I was kind of interested in watching that, but I think I fell asleep early.
I went to a coma.
How did it go?
Yeah, I had to be somewhere today, so I bowed out a little early.
That's the Liberty Bird thing, and I wasn't really interested in him. I mean, I wanted to sort of see it, but I wasn't real interested in him talking about his case before he goes to court because, I don't know that I necessarily see things the way he does. So I'd rather he just keep his mouth shut for now.
Oh yeah, we kept telling him that, but he wanted to go through the shits and giggles, as it were.
Yeah, because let's say, what if that SCU was rented from the government? Then
Well,
you are
supposedly the Department of Agriculture owns all the land, which is a department of the state of Colorado. The other side of it is the college rents part of it, and the CDC rents another part of it. It's a question of when you are trespassed out of one area, are you then trespassed on the rest of it? And can you be trespassed from the public road, the quote unquote public road that he was on?
and where
Was
I
it a public road? I don't know. Was it a public
because
road?
it's not a traditional public forum. Of course, you can be trespassed from it.
Well, the other
I mean,
side of it is
was it an interior road, interior sidewalk? That's different.
well, there
So
were
we
no
don't, I don't
sidewalks, but
know.
yeah, there were absolutely no sidewalks either side, and he's claiming that that is a public road.
and where I seen him standing, he was in the grass, which would put him into their property because he was way into the property. So it's kind of like, Let the jury of 12 decide instead of knuckleheads.
Yeah,
on
instead of
YouTube.
a jury of the chat.
Yeah.
That's why I pretty much stayed out of it. He wanted me to be foreman of the chat, and I said no, thank you. And I just got to the point where I was posting the actual statutes that he was being charged with, and unfortunately, one of them that may stick. Claims to have been offered dismissal if he takes some sort of I don't know, anger management course or something.
That's it.
That's what he claims. Now that's his statement, not mine.
Teresa turned into a Lou.
Either that or she's got me.
In honor of Lou. Look how it bounces up and down.
Is it
It doesn't move though when I move.
Yeah, the bouncing Lou.
Is it what? What is?
Yeah, bouncing Lou. The potato's bouncing.
The other potato I have kind of moves with me, which I like. This one.
Looks more like a peanut.
It's a potato. It's a potato.
Horse perspective.
So we got to find an email address, or not email, but a regular address so we can send tickets out to Tammy, to Lai.
We have to talk him into going to California first. He's not interested too much because I think he might have a job in Iraq, and that's a way better job. But if that doesn't work out, I think I can talk him into going to California because, the weather's better there and they have a lot of services.
Send him to Colorado.
Yes, no.
He'll fit right in up there in Colorado.
Hi, Desert. What? Oh, that's nice. That's cute.
I thought I had a pink one. I swear I thought I had a pink one, but I did want to come on and just point out to everybody, yes, I was a supporter of Danica Patrick Racing. I think she's gorgeous. She's a successful businesswoman, and I would...
You'd marry her in a heartbeat.
And she is actually hell on wheels.
Exactly. And probably the only reason why I even got into NASCAR and actually went to races was to watch Danica
she's a little
Patrick
cutie
race.
too. She is a little cutie.
What's that?
She's a little cutie.
Oh yeah.
Good things come in small packages.
So that's just I had to dig into a box because it's been a while since she raced to find this, and it's been a few years since I've been out to a NASCAR race, but I just wanted to point it out. Yes.
Has she retired from driving?
I'm not sure.
I think so. She's on to her business.
Yeah. Pretty much. Go, Daddy.
Yeah.
Would you wear a sombrero there? Yes.
Desert, do you have a sombrero? Do you have a sombrero?
Yeah, actually I do. It's in a box. I've got all sorts of stuff. I mean,
Hey, out there, you gotta have stuff like that to keep the sun off your noggin.
Yeah. I know a lot of people miss my hat, so.
Has anyone tried that hat
I
that
even
you
have,
get all
what
wet?
else do I
Seen
got
it on
my
TV? That
Those
hat
are
that
good
gets all
hats.
wet. Then you put it on your head and it's supposed to lower your temperature.
There you go.
Those are good hats.
People
that's
have seen
nice.
this hat in the video
Ahoy.
before.
No, it's just a tri-cornered hat. That's.
I like that hat.
Teresa, those are good hats.
Do you like
I
them?
can,
I want to get Ross one, but I didn't know if they worked.
Oh, yeah.
My
Switzerland.
Russian Budavoinka.
Oh, I thought it was Switzerland.
Paruski. Paruski the Tavarish.
Yeah, you and my.
I know. What else I got up here? Oh, I got this one too. I had to pick this one up when it was all the rage at the time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those are nice. Those are nice. I'm sure you've been to several protests with that.
You muted yourself.
You're muted, DS.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you can hear us.
You're talking,
Desert,
but we can't hear you.
Desert.
Desert. You're muted.
You're muted.
They should have. Oh, there it goes.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't make that hat, but I do have several hats that I have manufactured myself. But anyway, I just thought I'd pop in and say hello.
That's nice.
So did you have fun the other morning with Eric?
Oh yeah. You had asked me about Eric. Well, I mean, just to say, I mean, it wasn't like Eric and I have had many conversations in the background. There was just a couple occasions where I spoke with him through Silent Citizen in the past. When I was first exploring whatever this was on YouTube, and I do have respect for the man, and with a little bit more dialogue, and especially that night, discussing the issues of some sort of code of conduct that we do have a lot of things in common. I may not agree with all of his ideals and methods. However, there are some fundamental things that I think we could all agree on.
One of the things about Eric is that he is, to the people that he knows and stuff, is a pretty nice guy. I mean, he can, he's pretty good about taking the criticism from people like Desert and I. And I don't know if I don't want to speak for Desert, but I mean, I've had talks with him before, about some of the things that he does. But I do, I don't know. He lets his emotion get the best of him, and I think that's not great. But there's whenever, I guess, if you know him or whatever, it's a little bit easier to communicate with him. I don't know. So I don't despise him like I would other auditors that you try to talk to and they just, boot liquor or whatever. He's not usually like that with me. So I can't speak for Desert, but
Eric's a good guy. Just his emotions getting too much of him right now, and he needs to pull back. In my opinion.
Well, like with me, I've never considered Eric an auditor, and I don't think Eric, as he stated himself, is not an auditor.
Yeah, I would agree.
He doesn't do audits.
He just came into this community through. He came into this community through others, and took up the genre, and broadcast his information through YouTube, and just happened to pick up that same audience. So
yeah, he's pure activist.
Yeah, he was an activist for the homeless long before he even knew this community existed. Yeah, that session, I brought up a little more respect in my mind for him. I don't care for his tactics so much, especially the FTP, which I never really cared for to begin with. But film the police, yeah. The other, no, thank you.
My problem is when he started calling death to all the public works, the police, the judge. It's like, okay, you're pushing it too far.
He lets his emotions get away from him. He lets his emotions get away from him. And I don't know that he knows the influence that he has on people to say those sorts of things online. But, he can really put people in danger. I don't particularly think that he's going to go out and do it. I just, I might be wrong about that, but, he could motivate someone else in his emotional outburst. And I would hate that. And I don't think he would. I think he would be upset about it too, so.
Yeah, well, I know Desert knows about him. I think, Teresa, you're aware of him as well. I think one of his followers went the same route and ended up incarcerated for quite a few weeks here in Philadelphia. Yeah, Desert, you know what I'm talking about.
Philly News Now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I've been following the issues surrounding him.
Yeah, he went in for basically the same thing. He threatened police and a couple of jurists, and lo and behold, in he went. He was in for quite a while. I think that was more thanks to the pandemic than anything else. But I would have thought they wanted him out because of the pandemic, but they kept him in.
Mm-hmm. And he was one of the ones that, as I mentioned to Eric and others in that panel, that have been lost in this. He isn't that well known, and he was arrested and held, and the rest of the world, as far as this genre is concerned, had little idea of what was going on with that particular person. So,
no, his proteges and his fan base were so small.
Yeah, for the faults that are thrown at those who seemingly want to pull records and actually read the documentation and follow these cases and to keep tabs on individuals that have been arrested and are being held and or convicted and incarcerated. For all our faults, we're some of the few people that are involved in this genre that actually give a fuck.
Yep.
Oh, and you actually
I had to
know
say my
what's,
bad word for the
and you actually know what's going on because you read the record.
Yeah, we don't want to. We don't want to work on feelings in all this. I mean, and most of us, we have our opinions and we have our biases. However, we're going to follow the rule of law, and we're going to accept the outcome of a court case.
Yeah.
Basically, like a lot of others, the work I do is to hopefully prevent someone from going down that path, from getting the rap sheet, from getting the files that we all know the NCIC keeps. And it's just a shame that even though we have put that out there, people are still coming along, seeing that, ignoring that, and going the way of some of the worst of what's out there because they think that, oh, I can get as big a following as them. What they don't realize is, especially for the younger people, is yeah, you can have a flash in the pan, but it's going to affect you. It's going to have an effect on the rest of your life that you may not like.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I've been able to label a naysayer myself when I've tried to dissuade people from, falling into these same traps and following along, and I start seeing them exhibiting the same behaviors that I know have not gone well for others. I still have said, told people, I mean, if this is really what you think you want to do, maybe you ought to educate yourself where others have been before and maybe not make the same mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, one of the cases in point is Minnesota Guardian. Here's a young kid at the start of his life, and yet he's gone down. Hopefully, because he hasn't been on lately, hopefully he's straightened himself out a little bit. But he was heading down the dark side there for the first couple of months. He made an appearance. I mean,
he knew it all. He knew it all.
He's still alive.
Can you think of some people that are currently incarcerated? I don't know off the top of my head, except for maybe News Now Cleveland. People that are actually sitting in jail right now waiting for a trial. But there have been people that have sat in jail, for a good month or two before they were able to raise up the bail money to be able to get out. A lot of people think, this community is just going to rush to their aid and donate money to get them out of jail and stuff. And that's not always the case. And they sit in jail for a good while trying to convince people to, or whatever, trying to convince a judge, somebody to let them out of jail. So
Mhm.
But I don't know. Can you think of anyone currently
Well,
incarcerated?
Yeah, you
Ian,
know, Jenny.
Chauncey, Kyle, and his actual name escapes me. Boise PD.
Yeah,
So
well,
those are the four
Chauncey,
that are on the top of my head right now.
Chauncey's a specific case. He's really under
Yeah, I forgot about
psychiatric
Chauncey.
hold.
Chauncey?
And the one thing that I don't like, and people may hate me for it, is the fact that Felipe Hemi kind of taught me if you're going to do this, don't be ashamed of your name. I mean, people need to know who you are if they're going to help you. You can't search somebody out and maybe possibly stay in contact with them even from behind bars to look them up, find out where they're at so you can get an address and send them a letter. You need to know these people's names. I know these people's names. I don't know how many thousands and thousands of these fans out there who seem to steer away from that these people actually have a name. My name's Brian Hall. I put it out there. If I get in trouble, somebody can call the local jail and say, "Hey, you got Brian Hall in custody. How, what's going on?"
Without a doubt, I
But
can't
when you
understand
call and
why.
say, "Do you have a guy named Desert Sentinel in jail?" You can't do anything with that. They're going to go, "No, that's not a proper name."
I would say that, getting into this and trying to hide who you are forever is, if you're planning on taking an arrest or whatever, you're not going to be able to hide who you are. So, and I'm like Desert, if you're proud of what you're doing and stuff, put your name on it, so people can find you, people can look you up. You're going to get all kinds of mail. You get bad mail, you get good mail, but at least people can find you. You're scared of what you're doing, you're scared of what people think about it. Don't do it.
Yep.
Especially in this community, because they'll figure out who you are and do all kinds of crazy stuff to you.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why some of us don't come out.
I'm not necessarily talking about you, NJ. I'm
Well, I mean, if you're going to be an actively I'm just saying, if you're going to be actively participating, and I've told people before. I mean, the minute you catch that first arrest or make the news, go figure, your name's going to be out there. So good luck.
Oh yeah, it's
exactly.
just I retain the anonymity as much as possible for the simple fact that I have a life outside of YouTube and Discord, and I have a family, and I'd like to protect them. Personally, if I was single, not having any other responsibilities, yeah, I'd be out there like anything else. It's just that, yeah, I have a family and I want them protected.
Well, I'll give you a little secret. Of course, when I first started this, when I first met with people like Bill Hernandez, the High Desert Community Watch, I first went out. I scrubbed a lot of things as far as my internet presence for fear of retaliation from law enforcement. I am glad I did that now for fear of retaliation from the community, because I've seen more and more people, especially like Adam Kratt, California Guardian, who has been retaliated against because even though he was in this community extremely active, had taken arrests, had to fight, for his freedom in court, almost got put into prison again for 12 years for, I, in my opinion, political reasons, because of the locality of what happened, where it happened, who it happened to, and, they have money and power in that area. People went after him from within this community. So, who are you hiding from? Are you hiding from yourself? Are you hiding from law enforcement, or are you hiding from those that you may relate to or relate with, but that they turn on you? The only time I had my phone number doxed, and nothing came of it, really. But I had an idea of possibly who did it, because I was very reserved about handing my phone number out there. And, my suspicions, of course, I have no proof, but I know it came from within the community because those are the only people that had my personal phone number.
Well,
That's
yeah,
one reason.
I doxed myself at Leon Valley when they took
Sure,
my
and
shit.
if you do this long enough, and you're talking to your audience, or you're enraged for some reason, and you make a mistake, or something just happens to slip out there on a live stream. I've always said it. There's a lot of content on YouTube. You're not going to catch it right away. Even if you do catch it right away, it's too late. Seconds later, that's it. You're done. Your information's out there.
Yeah. And once Pandora's box is open, you can't close it again.
That's right.
Well,
and it's a shame what's going on with certain parties, that the vindictiveness and the retaliations that have gone on. Mr. Kratt there suffered from it. Now CCW is suffering from it, and there are several others that have had their lives. What is his name there from San Antonio? Slacker. I mean, he's lost 2-3 jobs because of this genre retaliating against him.
And Slacker's a hell of a
Yeah,
good one.
Oh yeah, I've always had greatest respect for him. I mean, he's done a few things that I didn't particularly agree with, that maybe it possibly had to do with some of the company he was keeping at the time. But I've always had the greatest respect for him.
Yeah, I mean, he's come back. He's made himself known, both on Discord and here in YouTube, and in StreamYard, of course. He's come on a couple of panels, but he's calmed down a whole lot more now than he was back in, I guess, 2017, 2018. And not so much learned a lesson, but he's had the experiences, and he's learned from it at least, and he's changed his attitude. He's changed his
He's changed his approach and demeanor, and
exactly.
All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna close this down so we ain't stealing views from Jeff, so he can go live and all that good stuff. And I can go eat my supper.
Alrighty.
It was lovely talking to everybody here.
Yeah,
and everybody in the chat.
Well, you've entered my inner sanctum. This is my man cave.
Your lair? Is that your lair?
Yes. Yes. This is where all things evil come from.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be more like a cave.
There's my inner cave right there. Yeah.
Where's Torben at?
He's on the other side of the room.
All right, you all have a good one. Thanks for coming.
Okay, bye.
All right. Talk to you later.
Bye, everybody.
Catch you later.
Later.